So the kayak that I own is the Pelican Castaway 116. It is like a 10-year-old model, so they don't actually make it anymore. It is a fishing kayak. It's a very basic model. It's got a fishing pole holder with a Scotty mount on it, 2 pole holders out the back and storage. It's nothing fancy. The only drawback that I notice is that the seat is extremely uncomfortable to sit in. I actually found a stadium seat in our garage. I found an old milk crate in the shed that'll work perfectly for tackle storage in the back. This is the stadium seat that I was talking about. The back was missing for it, and I was looking for a back, and I ended up finding a gunny sack that the city gave us for free for sandbagging our driveways and garages during the winter a few years back. So there's the cast seat that I was talking about. Not very comfortable after a couple hours. This sits right in where that seat is. It's not necessarily the prettiest thing ever, but it sits very, very well in there. They do have a pretty good sized front storage on these. It's got an old school design. It's really simple. It's just buckle straps in the front. But the storage runs all the way back there. Like I said, there's plenty of room for storing a PFD larger components. I could put my tackle boxes in there if I wanted to. I'm actually going to upgrade the handles. So I put this heavy duty rope on there with a PVC handle. That's the new handles. Like I said, this is the pole holder in the middle. There's a cutout in the side of the kayak that has that. And then just a small bungee to go over it. There's one on each side. And it already has a cleat for an anchor or for a stringer. Had to put an American flag sticker on there. Bungee cargo setup back here. Pecan, the milk crate will fit right under that pretty well. I might add more strappage over that just to make it a little bit better, but for now that'll work. And then there is also this dry storage right here. This is a pain to get to when you are reaching behind you in the water. I found this old milk crate in the shed with a whole bunch of junk in it and cleaned it out, dusted it off, and it is going to fit perfectly right here. That bungee over the top, that one over there, and it is pretty sturdy. And just as an example to see, this is one of my Plano boxes. So these are going to fit in there like that. There's a small pack of bungees over at Walmart for like $3. That way I can bungee from the side here and run over these boxes. Just like on a lot of other kayaks, this has the adjustable foot pedals where you lean it forward and it locks into the grooves. Lean it back and it locks into the other grooves. So mine sits about in the middle. I'm going to put probably storage either right here or right here, a dry storage box for my phone, GoPro, stuff that I want to be able to access while I'm on the water without turning around. And if you guys can pick up some ideas off this, wonderful. You can usually find a crate at like your farmer's market or like a little thrift lot thing for a couple dollars, maybe even $1. You can get that seat for like $20 or $30 from any of the sports stores. I got this heavy duty sewing needle in a subscription box a while back. I used this. I took that gunny sack bag. I made that seat back. And like I said, I know it's not that pretty. And that is what it looks like. I took the scraggly top you see back here. So then I just stitched it over right here. Then I put 2 stitches right there and then 1 on the other side. So I just folded that top end over. I might clean it up a little bit more later. I still got to try this thing out and see if it even works, but I've sat in it and it's extremely comfortable in comparison to the factory seat. Okay, so final thing for today on the grab handles over here. So what I did here was I just looped the rope back around on itself. I cut off the excess here and then I melted it down and pressed it with a lighter so that it won't come unraveled. Same as on the back. The knot's tied underneath. Good grip to lift it, and then it just lays down. So this is cool. This is already 10 times more comfortable than the factory seat. Tomorrow I'm gonna go try this thing out and make sure that I can even float, because there's a good chance that in this kayak it might be too unstable to be sitting up this high. Being a little bit higher over the water, I can actually see through the water a little bit better. we'll see how it works out tomorrow. Like I said, after work, I'm heading back over to the port and see if we can find some bigger bass. Thank you guys for watching again, and hopefully you enjoyed the kayak upgrades. Like the video if you enjoyed it, comment on what you think about it, and subscribe to the channel. Have fun, go fishing, and enjoy the future videos, because there will be more. Stay tuned.